We are live on YouTube. Let's go live. Let's talk about our trade recap for today. My YouTube chat on the iPad. We have some people join on TikTok. But today was a great day. And I have learned that SMT. Every reversal is SMT divergence. I'm like 90% sure. I've only been studying this for like the last 2 or 3 days, so obviously it might not be 100%. But however, I've noticed every fucking reversal between correlating pairs you can call with SMT divergence. So this is the trade today. SMT divergence again, right at 10 o'clock. I know I trade at 10 o'clock. I've been just reading the tape and paper trading, but we got a liquidity sweep into a fair value gap on ES at 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock here, we did not sweep this high. If you need to know what that looks like, that is this high here. So SMT is also candles. It's candles before, and it's obviously swing highs and swing lows. And I think that's what people like to focus on, just the candles. Just the swing highs and swing lows. So as you see, NQ took out the Asian lows. ES did as well. I just thought we wouldn't because ES doesn't move as much as NQ, so I just didn't think we were going to take it, so that's where the stop loss was. But even then, on the reversal, NQ went longer, down further. As you see, we have 2 swing lows, 1 swing low in ES. That's SMT as well. You can see by, let me see, here. This swing low here was swept with this candle on ES. On NQ we did not. We almost, but we did not. Then we get SMT on this reversal back up. On ES, we did not take out this candle at first, obviously in the PM session, but on NQ, we took out the body of this candle and then we started to reverse it a little bit. But actually, it wound up not being SMT because they both wound up going back up together. But at the time, this reversal here, we did not take out this high of this candle, and we finally took it out later in the day. But at the time, E and Q had already took it out, and we were starting to reverse. And that's also a good example with SMT. Sometimes it's not SMT. Sometimes we just have to let the trades play out. Because let me see. Actually, no, it is still SMT at the moment. What else was I going to say? This high was swept on NQ, but it hasn't been swept yet on ES. Oh, no, it did. It finally got swept. Okay, yeah. So it's a prime example of SMT not playing out. It looks like SMT, and then obviously ES just finally came to fill it. So that's what we're going to backtest today. You can even do this on the lower time frames, on the 3 minutes. Sorry I didn't go live yesterday, but I'll show you on yesterday's price action. The main trade of the day was, let me clear all the drawings on both charts. Yesterday's price action, we had SMT on the buy side. There was a liquidity point here. The candles with a swing high, lower low, but at 10 o'clock we made a higher high, and then we still reversed. But there was SMT here at, 9:45? If you can see it, NQ did not sweep this low from this candle from the morning, from 9:30, I think it was, but ES did. Obviously, ES, we didn't get a nice move up. You could have took that move up if you wanted it. However, NQ, some people took this trade. It was a bounce in this fair value gap, inverse this gap, took it up to buy side liquidity that was somewhere up here. But then I took the reversal trade after the SMT, the bigger. I was sitting on the 15-minute time frame. So we're going to backtest today. You could just sit on the 3-minute time frame and do SMT, which you can. Even today, it happened. I like to sit on the 15-minute because you just get a bigger move. You know what I'm saying? However, today, we still got it on the 3-minute. That same 10 a.m. fair value gap tap that we were looking for here. 10 a.m. is this big wick here. 10 a.m. is way down here. Okay, so 10 a.m. was this. We needed 10 a.m. to come sweep this blue candle for NQ to do the same thing ES did. And you see we did not. Versus ES came up, swept this candle, tapped into the fair value gap, and then we reversed. So that was your sign for sales. Hi, day trader for you. How are you? That was our sign for SMT. So you really could just trade SMT on the 3-minute chart, and it happens all the time. Like every reversal has been SMT, like every single reversal. Let's see if this one is one. Another one. So on ES, we swept the high to go lower in a fair value gap. I think the same time of that on NQ is here, and then the high is here. So that is this on NQ. SMT, another, I think someone else played that. Did you catch down the double bottom? No, I didn't like the trade. I caught the big trade down. This was my trade. The trade down. I got it at 10 o'clock. I took the trade down. I didn't take the reversal back up. But that's what I'm talking about. You can really trade your continuations. You can trade everything off SMT. You really can confirm your entries. You can confirm your reversals. You can confirm anything with SMT, y'all. It's actually crazy. And it's funny because I was a very anti-SMT girl. Hated watching ES. But now you can sell on any time frame. You can sell on any time frame. You can sell on the 1 minute and just only take your trades off of SMT. That's it. So that's what we're going to back test today. Obviously, the last trade we did 2 days ago, a beautiful SMT on the higher time frame. Today, we're going to sit on the lower time frames, on the 3 minute. 3 minute is the lowest time frame I enter off of. If you do the 1 minute, do the 1 minute. If you do the 5 minute, do the 5 minute. But literally, even here, let's see. What do we got? We do have some SMT here. This swing high was swept at 10:12. Here, it did not on ES. Boom. 10:12 sells. They both dropped. Clear as day. That's SMT right there. Boom. So I get in at 10 o'clock. So boom. There's your entry. And it even taps you back into a breaker if you're a breaker trader. Beautiful. That's your trade. SMT, you're getting your sells. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I try to trade just reversals, but I've noticed sometimes you can tell when the day we're just gonna run down all day. And today was one of those days. Boom. Look at that beautiful trade. On both. And then on NQ, it's a turtle soup. And that's it, y'all. Y'all really, if you can just see the differences in both pairs, you can trade purely SMT and you can take it to the next liquidity point, just take it from 1 to 2, whatever. And the double bottom trade was not that great today. Now, the trade yesterday, where we ran down yesterday and then we reversed back up, that was a nicer trade. Not yesterday, Monday. Tuesday. Yeah, when we took same trade, SMT down after sweeping these highs, and then we reversed. NQ took out London lows, ES did not. We reversed back up to take out the buy side liquidity from the morning. Hey, flawlessly healthy. How are you, girl? So yeah, basically same shit. I try to get on at 9:30, but it's not my thing. It's not. So going back to 10 o'clock. Yeah, using SMT to really hone in on my strategy and like confident in my entries. And again, I also said SMT too because a lot of us I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm okay. I have not been trading that great. But it's okay. I've been paper trading and reading the tape, which is also fine. You know what I'm saying? I keep telling people it's okay to do that. But I know you're probably killing it. So what was I finna say? But yeah, so I know a lot of us like to trade reversals. A lot of ICT traders like to trade reversals, and I get it. They're easy. This is the easiest thing to see. So if you just trade SMT, you'll know when to play reversal. Like literally right here, this made a lower low, and then NQ made a higher low. Boom, buys. You know what I'm saying? So like you literally can just trade SMT, and this happens literally every day. Now you might not catch a big trade of the day, but you'll still get a nice move, or you could take this trade to liquidity, sold at this fair value gap, maybe take it to this liquidity, who knows? This is giving 9:30, but this is definitely 8 o'clock, so some of us might not be on the chart at that time. But you see how you can literally just use SMT to catch reversals. So let's see what happens as this plays out. Okay, not SMT because neither of these took out this high. This was the high I was looking for, but sometimes it's fair value gap tap. Sometimes it is more than just if you're in a lower time frame. But we do have SMT here, but I think NQ could, or ES could follow. I think we're going to those London highs anyway, though. Still not 10 o'clock yet, so it doesn't even matter. Let's see. Boom. You see that? SMT reversal. Now it did come down. It did come down and sweep, but this was still a higher low, and this was a lower low, and then it bounced and reversed to the high point. So that could have been a trade you took, and then, like I called it, we were going to the London highs. So, but, or you could wait for the reversal back down. Let's see if we get it. Let's zoom out of NQ. NQ has not checked out the London highs yet. So this could be SMT to go back lower, which is a good sign for the 10 a.m. reversal too. But obviously there's some days where there's continuations. Now, this is a decent continuation on both, if you want it. Lately, I've been playing the continuations because they're just, we have a good, you know, run to our target. Let me see on NQ though. Where's 10 o'clock? Yeah, that's a nice run. We came down first. That's why I always wait to get in at 10 o'clock. Because say you were getting in buys from here, you might have got stopped out if your stop loss was here. Yeah, and then we wound up reversing. Let's see if we do a reversal back down. I'm going to zoom out for y'all so y'all can see the SMT in real time. And then this high is here. So these two highs on ES that were already up, NQ has to get way up here to get them. And then we reverse. You see, SMT, SMT. We did not take out the London highs, but we took out the London highs on ES, and then we reverse back down. That is a nice move on NQ if you want it. Maybe we continue lower. Maybe we go higher, but and look at that, boom, 10 a.m. reversal. That's all you need. What is SMT? SMT is smart money technique divergence. So it's like if you're trading, like you trade NQ, so you should be watching ES at the same time. And if ES makes a higher high and NQ doesn't, that's a reversal to the downside. And then same thing with like lower low. So here, if ES makes a lower low but NQ doesn't, we're reversing. And it can be either or. Sometimes NQ is making the lower low and ES is making the higher high. And I've noticed every reversal is SMT, y'all, I swear. Or at least 99% of them. Like you just see SMT, like you're watching ES and you're like, oh, that's a lower low. Boom, going up. You don't even have to wait for a market structure shift. You don't have to wait for anything else. It's a reversal. And then you can literally turtle soup. You don't have to wait. Obviously, to be safe, you wait for the change to stay in delivery. Like this, we got our inverse for value gap here, tapped back into it. That's your trade to the downside. However, you could have got in way up here by pure SMT. And for me, if it's SMT and I get wicks like this, I'm turtle souping that bitch. Like I'm entering my trade way up here. Also market liquidity. So on yesterday's trade, I still took the SMT trade, but I did get in down here waiting for confirmation because I forgot to mark my liquidity. Especially if we sweep a liquidity point, you're still going to sweep one usually on both. It's just not the same one. Like this is the liquidity sweep we swept on NQ, but we did not sweep this one on NQ, which is the one we swept on ES. So then you're more confident in your reversal because it is a liquidity sweep. But yesterday I didn't have my liquidity marked at all, and then I just waited for the full, market structure shift, which you still got. So that's SMT. And if you just look at SMT, again, still trading at 10 o'clock. Obviously, the NQ move was bigger than the ES move. So I'm trading ES now because I can risk less. I'll obviously make less, but I can take more trades without blowing my account than on NQ. So yeah, usually with ES, I just take it liquidity to liquidity. So I probably would have took it to here, maybe here. Today it ran down though. I have my take profit at this swing low here because I didn't think we were going to take out Asian like we did on NQ, but we wound up taking Asian and it ran down a lot on ES today. But you can never be too safe, especially because you're making less. So any bounce back, not the movie I'm watching, any bounce back would eat your profits. But yeah, that's SMT. I'm gonna have to check that out. Right? I was like, cause I was just like, I don't know if you trade reversals, but obviously we've been getting a lot of continuation plays, so it's like I can't just only hope for reversals. However, if you just wait for SMT between 9:30 and 11:30, which is a lot of people trade, you don't even have to wait for a market structure shift. They never fail, or they like rarely fail, because it's just a concept that I don't know why it works that way, but it just does. So as you can see, I'm gonna show y'all again, London high. That's why I have my sessions on, because sometimes it is sessions, especially if it's sessions, it's usually the big move. If it's just on the 3 minute, like this, that move was smaller, as y'all saw, but that was still our SMT, and we just got a move up to this liquidity point. Obviously we were up, and then this is the this is the SMT on a lower time frame, but I'm sure it equals out to some equal low down here somewhere. But that's really it. You can trade it, and then it's a good thing because you don't have to look at higher time frame buys if you don't want to. You can do this on a 15-minute. You can do this on the hour. I wouldn't suggest doing it on the 4-hour, but you can do it on the hour. I like doing the 15-minute because then you can see the candles. Because sometimes it's a candle SMT, which means like I'll show the example again. It was yesterday was a prime example of a candle SMT. Because what is that noise? Because if you look at 10 a.m. candle, boom, higher than the candle after. The candle after was lower. But here at 10 a.m., we had a bunch of candles go higher actually. So that's the SMT. The SMT is 10 a.m. we went up. Here and on here, it's just candles. It's not like a full swing high, swing low. You know what I'm saying? But we still reversed. And that was our play of the day. And then obviously you traded a little shitty, and then you could have got in on this fair value gap. Or you could have got in off the turtle soup. I think the liquidity point, I can't remember. It was somewhere up here, or you could just wait for the inverse fair value gap, either one. But with that, you could have literally got in way up here. So yeah, I checked it out. I used it today because it wound up working really well with the entry. We didn't get any entry in this fair value gap tap today, but we did on ES. I mean, not on NQ, but on ES. We took those highs out. We did not take them out on NQ, and then we just ran down the rest of the day. So I'm like, that should help my confidence a little better. Let's do the next one, and you'll just see them. Obviously, and it gives you. I know sometimes you won't see them all the time in real time. However, you will have time to like react and catch them. Even if it starts to reverse, then you'll just say, oh, well, it's reversing. So let's see. Sometimes my sessions indicator likes to just not get on when I'm ready for it to get on. Okay, we both took out these lows, but NQ is lower. NQ already took out these lows, and ES has not yet, but ES can follow. So sometimes you have to wait, because sometimes I've seen it. Actually, that also happened today. This was SMT at first. This high was not taken out until like an hour ago on ES, but it was taken out on this first run up on NQ. So this was, it's still SMT. This reversal was SMT. If y'all can't see that, it's this candle high was not swept at all. Almost, but on NQ, it was swept beautifully. We crossed above it, and then we reversed on both. Easy. Every reversal is like SMT. So, also it's just divergence, like how some people use RSI for divergence instead of ES. Exactly. It's like the little change in pairs that go together. So it would be ES and NQ. It would be USD, Euro USD, JPB USD. There's some other ones that go together. I don't know all the ones that go together, but there's other pairs, there's other cryptos, things that just trade the same. You look for that one, and you see it right here. ES did not take out this high. NQ did. We immediately reversed, and then now they both took out the high on the way back up, actually. So yeah, that is the divergence I saw. I called it. So some people took this trade up on NQ, so it took out buy side. They took the inverse fair value gap, which is not a great trade in my opinion, but the people, when you're a millionaire, you can trade these little scalps. I know people who do trade scalps. Maybe once we're all millionaires, we'll start scalping. But for me, I like to catch bigger trades. So the SMT back down was just a better trade to me. because you can trade off the turtle soup, like off the wick. I probably wait for the full candle close. So on NQ, I probably would have got in here, but on ES, the candle close was higher. I probably would have got in here. I'll show you what that looks like. And then we took out sell side. You can have a tight stop loss. It's a good thing about turtle soup. Your stop loss is non-existent, so it's not that bad to trade. And this one on NQ still, even does that, still a decent risk to reward, even with the bigger stop loss. Almost a 1 to 3. And this is a 1 to 7. So that's really all you need. So if you can just try to find it, you know, so maybe ES will follow and go lower. If it does not hit this line and then it starts to reverse, we're taking out those highs. But it could come down and then the SMT will be somewhere past this line. But so far, that's where it's at. You just play it out. Okay. SMT still. It did pass the line, but then NQ wound up going lower down to here. Obviously, ES, we just took that line. And that's why I said it's always still a liquidity sweep, which is the good part. And then, boom, reverse. So you're confident. And we have wick, so you could have took a turtle soup, like I said. Like, as soon as that wicked and started moving up, your entry could have been, like, somewhere in here. Or, again, wait for the candle close. Take it to the opposing highs. This is a 930 trade it's giving. I'm sort of giving, 930. Yeah, 930 trade up to this buy side. Boom, took it out. Let's see what we get at 10. We might just get a continuation at 10, which is that. Some days you will get a continuation. And that's why I started getting on it at 9:30, because it's easy to catch a SMT off on 9:30 in the morning. Like, you'll see this, and then you'll be like, oh. But then again, I'm like, well, I know if we're already in a trend, at 10 o'clock, I'm not afraid to get in a buy afterwards either. Let me see where we're going to. There's a high here on ES that we're already about to hit. So, yeah, that's a good, no, 10 o'clock is here. I wouldn't have gotten on that. But, yeah, 10 o'clock. We already ran up before 10 o'clock. So, let's see if we get a reversal somewhere. But, yeah, if you're a 9:30 trader, that was a good trade. And that's why I was like, I don't mind. Because 9:30 does fake people out. Like, this candle could have faked some people out. But if you're just waiting for SMT, you got it. And then you would have just, got in on this candle. And that'd be a nice trade. That's why I'm like, do I want to get on at 9:30 again? Nice trade. But let's see what we get at 10 o'clock. I need to zoom out, though. I'm too far zoomed in to see. Okay, well, we already swept this high on NQ. That's the one we're headed towards on ES. So maybe that's going to be our SMT. There's a bunch of swing highs up there. But let's see if we get reversal or a continuation. Or we can go in a higher time frame, too. Let's see. Well, yeah, there's a gap up here that I think we might reverse from on both. But who knows, dude? Who knows? And you can still do higher time frame analysis, and you'll know when. Like, obviously, the last few trades we did not need to do higher time frame analysis, but on this trade, we need to know how far we are going to keep going, if we want to get in buys, or if we want to get in sells, because we're already up. We're already kind of at the high point in our little zoomed in, so you just need to know. You'll know when to, like, okay, where are we going? Versus, like, when the whole session is in your view and we're going here. But now we're like, where are we going? Let's see where ES wants to go really quick. I don't know if this is the same. Okay, so this is the first gap on NQ, but ES we already came into that first gap and second gap. There's still a gap up here. So maybe ES is the leader right now. It's what it's showing me. But yeah, every day is SMT. Like, NQ made a lower low on this day. And ES made a higher one. We reversed from that point. And then here, we made a lower one, and ES made a higher one. We reversed from that point. You know, like it's every day. All right, 10 o'clock. Let's see. We go back to the 3 minute on both, and then if not, or we can wait for an inverse of this gap and then get in buys if you want it. Let's see. Like that. Buys. So if you got these 10 o'clock buys here, you could have had them. I'm trying to see if there's SMT. I mean, yeah, there's still SMT here. So on NQ, we swept these the lower of this body, filled this whole gap. On ES, we just tapped into the gap. We did not sweep. So that could have been something you take as well. It works for micros too. If you do use it on micro, yes. If you use it still, yeah, it works on every. Well, the micro and macro, the micro and mini chart are exactly the same. So yeah, it works on both. They're exactly the same. So this is probably a day where if you have a bias that we're going up, I like to wait for inversions because these higher time frame gaps scare me. However, we did get a nice bounce off this fair value gap on ES and NQ. We closed out of it, so that'd be a good sign for buys at 10 o'clock, maybe somewhere down here. If you got it, and then you'll find a liquidity point on a higher time frame. So yeah, you can either catch at 9:30 or like today, you'll know when to just get on at 10 o'clock and just keep playing it, because I still feel like this is the biggest candle of the day. See if it just keeps running for you. Yeah, see, it keeps running for you a little bit. I mean, not too, I mean, a good bit more if you wanted it. So yeah, it works on micros and macros. It's the same thing on both because they're the same chart. They're literally the same chart. It's just the money per tick is different. But if you trade micros and minis, the chart looks exactly the same. But yeah, what does this look like on the 1 hour actually? 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock, 11. Two nice big candles. So yeah, that's why I'm like, ugh, do I want to get on at 9:30? Because sometimes 9:30 you can easily catch this. I usually actually get on at 9:45. I've been getting at 9:45. So at least I'll get an entry a little higher if we're running up. And then I could have my stop loss, my take profit in this gap to be safe. I start getting on a little earlier for days like this where 9:30 wants to do something, but also sometimes I get scary. But yeah, that's it. You just keep trading at 10 o'clock and then you wait to find an SMT somewhere. And usually every reversal is SMT. So now you'll be more confident. You won't be waiting for a market structure shift. You rarely will get faked out. And if you're not greedy and just take it to like a liquidity point, you'll have a very high win rate. A very, very, very high win rate. Let's do another one. But yeah, I know SMT is kind of a hard ICT topic. But there'll be so many times where it's like a liquidity sweep, like I said, because some people say just get on 9:30 and take a liquidity sweep in reversal. Well, this would have been the one this one happened first. And you'd have let the candle close and gotten sells and been like, no. Versus on NQ, it almost was SMT, but it wasn't. NQ still swept that high. So if NQ didn't sweep this high, then your sells would have been confirmed. But they both swept that high, as you can see. If NQ did not sweep that high, then your sells, would have been very confirmed. And it still did go down. It swept the high and it went down for 2 candles. But obviously, this was the higher time frame, bigger SMT. And then, you took the buy. And it ran up the rest of the day. It's literally that simple. SMT, yes. And it's like, at first I used to hate watching ES, but now I'm like, now I just can't unsee it. It's all I see. Like, oh, we made a higher high on this, but not on this. Oh, well, we're about to reverse. And then boom, we do. Every day. And every reversal almost. Almost every reversal is SMT. Like, I'm trying to see. I'm sure this is SMT somewhere. but I'm not zooming out that far to see. Okay, let's zoom out a little to see where we are. Okay, let's do 10 o'clock per usual. Previous day low is way down there for both. I mean, we already swept previous day high. Okay, well, first of all, previous day low is Asian session. I lied. So it's giving one of these is gonna sweep Asian session and one of them is not. You can kind of tell. Like NQ is already here, like, and sometimes they both do, like today. So I'm gonna mark both lines. You can see the difference. New York session, previous New York session, previous Asian session. Well, let's see what happens. Well, we didn't even sweep neither one. They both swept this. So no SMT yet. Unless it's the SMT is on this one. And like I said, I know this seems like it's a lot, but in real time, you'll have, this is sped up. Like this is like 10 minutes. You just saw this in 10 minutes. And even if not, you still can get in on this fair value gap if you wanted it. Take it to this high. Like it's no big deal. Okay, so yeah, it's this 945 yesterday low that was taken on NQ that wasn't on ES. And then ES, we have not took out this high yet, but I feel like they're both gonna take out the high from news. But in Q, we already took out this high. But if it starts to reverse, you'll know why, because if ES doesn't take out this high, but I think they're both gonna take out. Boom. Still SMT. I like to do the body of the candles too. Boom. NQ did go higher. ES did not. Another SMT. You see what I'm saying? Every reversal, NQ is higher. We're gonna go up again a little bit. Again, it's still zigzagging, but and then reverse. See? So you could have played this one. And then also it's good to look at both because you'll know when to take your profits. Because I remember when I was just watching NQ did not take out a high and ES did, and I was holding it on NQ and it was SMT and I should have just sold. Like that's still a good run. Even if you're on ES, as soon as you see NQ go higher and start to reverse and ES to reverse, sell. Or like I said, just take it to liquidity. You took this buy, there's a liquidity point for you to still take a profit at. Boom, just take it. And then NQ, I would have thought it got up here, it did not, but it's still a good move you got from 930, so sell once it starts to reverse. Move on. Boom, here, same shit. That was probably just like a little pullback, but it still reversed a little bit from there, and then it's still higher on this one came out and took out that line, and this one didn't. So it's still now that's the SMT. It's now this. Oh no, I lied. They both did that. Either way, and then it's still reversed. I do think this is still the SMT trade. This one I just had marked because if you had your stop loss below this low and you got in on this trade for buys, it didn't stop you out. So that's all you need. Just watch them both and then just whatever you get. So basically we still got a 10 AM reversal, so it's looking like. SMT, boom, sells. Take it. As soon as you see this wick come back up, then you're out. Or if you're on ES, you actually got it. It went to that. So ES, maybe you would have I mean, this wick would have scared me. I would have sold. So that's just me. But you could have waited, and then yes, you got your liquidity sweep of all the liquidity. But on NQ we didn't get it, and then we started to reverse. That's what I learned. That's all you need. So get on at 10 o'clock. You'll know whether it continues like the last trade we did, or don't trade continuations. Up to you. But even if so, you'll see like, oh, we got SMT at 9:30. I'm gonna get in, at 9:45 or whatever the fuck. And then you could just got in a little earlier, because a lot of you get on the chart, before 10 o'clock. Like even 9:55. Yeah, then we came back into this gap. We closed out of it. Sometimes I wait now for the close out of the gap on both sides, because it could inverse. So now my entry's not as good, but we got a candle close. We got a few candle closes out the gap. These two. So whatever one of those you wanted, buys, take it somewhere up to here. And that's it, y'all. Just SMT Divergence. If you need more in-depth in it, there's YouTube videos on it. But it's just watching correlated pairs, and one will take out a higher high. And I know it's usually swing highs and swing lows, but if you're on a lower time frame, it's still bodies of candles. It's still like a fair value gap fully filled and not filled. It's a little more in depth when you do it like that. However, every reversal is caught if you look at SMT. Every single one. And then you don't have to wait for a market shift if you want. I mean, obviously you get, an inverse value gap somewhere in here, I hope. And if not, you get a turtle soup as soon as you close back in the range, in my opinion. On the 3 minute, boom, to this low, 1 to 7. For me, it's always a close back in the range for me. I'm not going to take it right on the sweep. But as soon as we get a close, obviously on the 15-minute chart, it's a little different. I do trade on the 15-minute chart a lot. So your candle close might be like way down here. But if you just, even it coming back up on you, it's still a 1 to 6. Like you saw it go and you see it wick and close, still a 1 to 6 on both trades. On both trades. 1 to 7, 1 to 6. You can turtle soup easier, way easier than CRT in my opinion. So I know people like to look at, SMT for like one big trade a day, but I realize it's every single fucking reversal. Because they move the same, but they're one's always a little bit behind or a little bit in front. And you'll see, and you can just take these little trades, and your stop loss is so tight, so it's nothing to be scared about, which I'm really excited about. So I actually might take a trade tomorrow for real on ES on the real account tomorrow. And let's just see. And I can just sit. You can just sit on the 3 minute like this if you want. Obviously, that other day when we were just running up or running down, you need to know where you're going. But today we didn't. When it's like this today, where your target is already all in frame like this, the classic market maker sell, then you don't. But if this was our day, and this was New York, and we just kept running, then we had to zoom out to look. Like we had to do this day on NQ because NQ ran up a little bit, and I was like, where are we reversing from? And then there was a liquidity point back there. But yeah, I hope that helps y'all. We'll keep backtesting this. But yeah, it works very nicely on. Obviously, I trade the indices, so I know we like watching. But if you just watch both, it's fucking beautiful. Like I didn't realize how good it was until I really was just like, whoa. But yeah, that's it. Just SMT reversals and or continuations if you see it happen at 9:30, And that's that. But or you can just trade reversals. You don't have to trade continuations. They've been happening a lot more lately, but they're not there enough where like you should just abandon trading reversals. You can try to trade both, but sometimes it's a little hard to tell where if there was a gap in here, I'd say we might continue, but there wasn't. Just so it's like that's how I kind of knew, and it just comes with experience. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Sorry I didn't backtest yesterday, but I'll be backtesting tomorrow. And we'll just keep doing this, keep locking in and knowing our things, and it helped. This helped me get funded, backtesting every day. And I just got funded, and my emotions have been insane. Like I feel like a beginner emotionally. I don't know why. Well, I know why. I'm going back to real money. I copy traded a real account with my funded account, and they're both real. I don't want to lose my funded account. Like it's real now. I can get payouts. So Hey, what's up? I'm about to get off my live. You came a little too late, but nice to meet you. You got funded nice. I did. I got funded in 9 months of trading, which is so nice. So y'all can do it too. And it's okay when you get funded like me. I've been paper trading and just reading the tape the last like week and a half, um, just to get my emotions back right, and that's good. Top Step. Top Step was a company I got funded with, and I'm going to do my funded futures next. And emotionally too, I could stack more funded accounts, but I don't want to spend any money. I want to make money before I spend more money. 50K, yes, 50K top step account. And I did it all on live. All the recaps are on YouTube. And the trade that got me funded, all the trades are on YouTube still. So yeah, it's been cool. It's been a great ride, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. So I tell people, because a lot of people get funded, they get emotional like me, but they keep trading. They keep trading high risk. Like, no, paper trade, or oh no, go back to ES. Yes, ES, sometimes the moves are shitty, but you still can make, $60 a day and like only lose $20, $30 a day and get your bearings back. Because then one NQ contract with a win will make up, all your losses almost. I need like 2 NQ wins to make my losses back, but I'm trying to pass one right now, and okay, I'll go check them out. Yeah, they're on YouTube. On my live trading, I have a live trading playlist on YouTube. But you got this, and I backtest live every night like this, but 8 o'clock Eastern. So sometimes I do it for an hour, but it's usually like 40 minutes. I backtest like this. So if you want to come tomorrow, same name as TikTok, yes. How are you doing on your funding now? I'm down $600, which sucks. That's why I've been paper trading and taking a break. I've just been trading emotionally, not even not knowing where the market's going. Just trading so scared. So yeah, same name as TikTok. Whoopin' and Rockstar on YouTube. All my live trades from like the last 3 weeks. I think I started trading live, and I stopped when I got funded. And then I've been emotional, so I've been just not trading, but just sitting on the chart every day, which is a thing beginners should be doing. Gotcha, I'm down $500 on the evals as well. I'll join tomorrow. Nice, thank you. So yeah, tomorrow 8 o'clock Eastern, we'll be back testing. I didn't go on live today after my trades, but like I said, I've been just so emotional. I'm not really the best right now, which is fine. I mean, I can show y'all that because y'all know I'm very transparent, but at the same time, I gotta put me first. But again, as beginners, because this is a beginner-friendly page, you should show up on the chart every day, whether you're emotional or not. Don't take a trade, but you need to be looking at price action and like marking up. Like, this is a trade I could have took. My stop loss is too tight. I lost. Like, you need to be doing that every day, whether you're taking a trade or not, and that's okay. You don't need to take a trade every day, but you need to come on the charts and show up every day. There's no excuse for that. Do you trade one mini or a couple micros? On my one time when I was doing my eval, I was trading 5 micros. And then now that I'm on my live account, 1. I'm conservative, and that's why I've never blown accounts. I've never blown funded accounts. I've blown 1 on a full port strategy that I mastered. I started with 1 mini, and now I did 3 minis, and now I did 5 micros. But once you get funded, be conservative. And if I'm trading bad, like I'm already down 600, that I've been paper trading and get my emotions back, and then I'm going to ES so I can trade more and lose. If I lose, it's less than NQ. Like, I have like 2 NQ losses and my live account is blown. So it's like, no, I'm going to ES, get some wins on ES for a week or 2, and then I can go back to NQ. Like, you always just go down a little bit, So just to help you. I mean, if you want to blow accounts and get funded faster, that's okay too. Like, if you have the money to keep buying them and full porting, there's nothing wrong with that. But I know just people who, once you get funded, I feel like those activation fees add up really bad. So, and it's just, to me, it's not that hard to not blow an account. You slowly, if you're losing more, you reduce your risk. And if you're winning, you keep your risk the same or go up. It's just that simple to me. The people who are trading shitty and just keep using minis and shit, like, you're gonna blow your account. Like, just take a break and get on the chart. That's it. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow on the backtesting session, same time, 8 o'clock Eastern, just like this. And yeah, and we'll go over. I'm doing SMT Divergence for the same thing I told you. SMT Divergence for catching reversals. So this is what we did, and we had SMT here, and Q took out this body of the candle. ES did not, and then we reversed. That's the trade. It's so simple. I'm trying to hit small 2-1 on ES with one mini 2-point stop, 4-point TP, but one trader two. Yeah, I see you tomorrow. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll help you with that. But yeah, if you just trade SMT, I think you can find that. But yeah, we'll go over it tomorrow.